グリザイアの歌詞です。
Welcome back to the floor of Grisaia. Sorry for the hardship just now. Let's continue. I believe we continue at we do some training. Okay then, my turn now. Started by the threats at her vulnerable position, Makina instantly tries to put distance, making a definite mistake. Anticipating her attack to back away, I follow smoothly, then give the girl a light push to the upper body using the force of her retreat against her. With very little effort on my part, she completely destabilized. Thanks to an imminent fall, Makina desperately braced her legs to resist the pull of gravity. Just as she struggles to right herself, I sharply yank the girl towards me, again exploiting her own momentum. And in one smooth move, I twisted her body around and reached out her arm behind her back. You understand now? If you're lacking in power, just use your opponents instead. The stronger they are, the better it works. Once you have mastered this, the lead title of champion is yours for the taking.
理屈じゃ分かってんのよ。でもそう簡単にはいかないのよさ。
I'm telling you, this isn't just theorizing. In the words of the immortal Mr. Lee. See? Mr. Lee, very famous. Don't think, feel, sense the flow and all that.
幼少の右利より空気の読めないことして雷鳴を轟かせていたこの私に随分な無茶を言っているのよ。
Listen up, Makina. Thinking before you move slows you down. And more often than not, things won't go the way you plan anyway. Incidentally, do you understand how I was able to break your grapple so easily just now?
そりゃ肘がビリビリしたからつい力を抜いちゃったというか。
You were planning to lose your grip, but you end up letting go anyway. That's completely natural. When they touch a hot stove, almost anyone would check back their hand before they even process what's happening. It's an instantaneously reflex action. Even when you actually try to touch the stove, you instinctively withdraw your hand. The part of your brain that controls conscious thought isn't the same as the part of optimizing twitch reactions. Learn to exploit those involuntary reflexes and you'll be able to control most people's action without the need for overwhelming force.
そういや今月のジュニアサイエンスで脳の仕組みってページにそんなこと書いてあったな。
Yeah, I read that one too. The main feature is that issue was pretty interesting as well.
あれな、コンピュータで脳の仕組みをシミュレートさせるとコンピューターが好き嫌いを言い出すって実験な。あれは私も面白かったのよさ。
Oh, that reminds me. Speaking of preference, you always use the same move when you are trying to land a tackle. You know that. The predictability makes it easier to deal with. Ideally, you should be mixing things up, not just sticking with the one style you like best. From now on, let's practice moves you are weaker at and add a little variation to your repertoire.
お箸を左手で使って右脳を鍛えるのと似たようなもんな。
Human beings are creatures of infinite potential, but it seems like there are still great deal left to teach you.
きっちり育ててほしいのよ。
Well, learning the theory is important and all, but it's not much good without a foundation of basic physical fitness. That's what we really need to focus on right now. Makina has surprisingly agility and first power. She can handle anaerobic exercise well, but endurance-based cardio seems to be a real issue. Despite her fundamentally weak muscles, the girl seems to have a strong heart and pumps a good deal of blood with every beat. As a result, her resting heartbeat is probably fairly low. Maybe those sudden bursts of sleep are the result of brief dips into outright bradycardia. If your circulatory system has something to do with that borderline narcolepsy of yours, developing your muscles might actually reduce the symptoms somewhat.
わがね、お医者様が言うには過度のストレス反応なんだって。まあ、ぶっちゃけ原因不明の言い訳なんだけどな。
In any case, 9 times out of 10, someone who in poor shape can improve their condition dramatically just to exercise, eating right and getting enough sleep. Back in my old school, they were great believers in the intrinsic resilience of the human body. Go running off was the extent of the medical advice you could expect if you were stupid enough to tell an instructor you caught a cold.
でもあんまり食うとポンポコ状態が慢性化してショックなことになるのよ。
Traumatic. What's so bad about getting a little rounder? Kids are killer when they have a little meat on their bone.
去年私が風邪ひいた時にね、アマネーに病院連れてってもらったのな。そしたらな、若いイケメン医師が私に言うのよさ。はい、それじゃお腹出してくれるかなってね。ほんでまあ、自慢のポンポコベリーを見せつけてやったら、あのイケメン医師、聴診器を手に持ったまま顔を横に向けてブッ、失礼って吹き出して笑いやがったのよ。
I thought it's a she.
軽くムカついたんで、おめえ喧嘩売ってんのかよって文句言ったら、
You should not talk to like that to the adult.
アマネーに後ろから頭こづかれて、思わずウップスって言ったら、今度は爆笑された。あいつもういいです。
I doubt a doctor who can't even discern the essence of your cuteness could possibly make an accurate diagnosis.
だろうなあ、私もそう思うのよ。
Exactly. You can always tell a really excellent doctor by their ability to admit that what they don't understand or so someone or other told me back in the day. That said, I can't deny that excess flat maintenance just gets in the way.
アマネーの胸のこと言ってんの？
No, your belly. Raised up by way a little extra fat at the chest and hips is a necessary evil for women, but those things are going to be a real nuisance when the girl goes golfing. Personally, as long as we don't get into HWAC territory, I think rounding out a little more will only add to Makina's niche appeal. But come to think of it, I always did prefer the probably light curves of a J2M Raider to the pencil thin C6 and 7. Well, I guess that's not particularly relevant.
Oh?
Anyway, for the moment, let's try to avoid restricting your diet and focus on improving your body basal metabolic rate. But no matter how much we spend to speed up her metabolism, I doubt this is capable of burning 350 calories a day like a typical company employee. Guess I have to figure out a suitable training menu with Miss Sergeant Amane. Just as I stroking my cheeks with a thought of her, my ruminations are interrupted by the sheer swoop of Makina's digital pad. It's a daily occurrence at this point, but I can still feel my blood pressure rising. It's not an enemy. Can't I ever heard red silent this idiotic? It's just your usual 7:30 alarms. We concluded our training here for today. Go to your work.
ありがとうございました。
Indeed, take a quick shower before you go to work, okay?
はあ、今日はね、アルバイトはお休みの日なのよ。
Nani? I guess a little R&R is necessary every once in a while.
つうわけなんで、ね、パパ、今日は私とずっと遊んでよ。
I think this is where the shit's going to happen. I believe so. I don't mind, but what sort of playing did you have in mind specifically? Don't tell me you want to play a tuna fish man.
なんでもいいのよ。
Oh no, I'm not good in playing with a kid. That's actually the most troublesome possible answer.
パパだっていつもアマネーに同じこと言ってるじゃんさ。
Am I really?
ねえユージ、今晩何食べたいってアマネーが言うと、いっつも興味なさそうに何でも構わんって言うじゃんね。
Well, I see. Looking at it from the angle, I feel like I'm getting a little insight into the menu related stuff that Amani must endure on a daily basis. But still, you really want me to decide? Girls at this age are difficult to pick up, especially for men like me. To be honest, I can't begin to guess what sort of playing Makina will actually enjoy. Oh, wait a second. That's an idea. Maybe it's about time I give you that.
何？なんかくれんの？
Alright, you've been working hard lately, Makina. I am impressed. In fact, I think a reward is warranted. Accordingly, I will now bestow you with a splendid present.
何？すっげー楽しみ。
Yuji, don't tell me you're going to give her a puppy. That's not exactly confident. This sort of present would particularly appeal to your average adolescent girl.
あ、ねえ、ちょっと榊さん、ユージとマキナ見なかった？もうすぐお昼なのに2人ともいないのよ。
さあ、私は見かけなかったけれど、最後に2人を見たのはいつなの？
朝ごはんを食べに戻ってきた時には2人ともいたんだけど、食べ終わったらまた2人してどこか行っちゃったのよね。どこ行ったんだろう。
朝はいたのでしょ？ほんの数時間姿が見えないぐらいで大げさな。それに風見くんと一緒ならそれほど心配しなくてもいいのでは？
まあそうなんだけどさ、なんか最近あの2人様子が変なのよね。
変とは？もっと具体的に。
2人とも私に隠れてこそこそと何かをしてるっぽいんだけど、それが何なのか全然教えてくれないのよ。
あなた仲間外れにされているの？
そういう悲しいこと言わないでよ。ちょっと寂しいじゃない。
イリスさんの動向が知りたいなら彼女の日記を読めばいいじゃない。学園長に提出する日記、今でも毎日書いているのでしょ？
読んだわよ。読んだけどさ。ねえ榊さん、あなたモギタンって知ってる？
モギタン？いいえ、聞いたこともないけれど、イリスさんの日記にはなんて？
なんかね、今日はパパと一緒にモギタンで遊んだ、楽しかったのよって書いてあった。
モギタン、何やら言葉の響きだけで想像すると子供向け番組か何かのキャラクターのようにも思えるけれど。
私もなんかそんなんだと思うんだけどね。マキナの日記にもなんかピンク色したアリクイだかカバだかよくわかんない動物っぽい絵が描いてあったし。
あまりおかしな風に考えない方がいいのではなくて、別に悪いことをしている様子もないのでしょ？
それはまあそうなんだけれど、私に内緒でってのが少し気になるのよね。なんか変なことして。
変なことって？
いや、なんかこう硬い棒で濡れた穴をつっつくような遊び？
何？
あなた何を言っているの？確かに風見くんの言動には異常な部分もあるけれど、彼は意外と誠実よ。もう少し彼を信用してあげても。
って何？榊さん、何か思い当たることがあるの？
いえ、全然関係ないのかもしれないけれど、風見くんこの前私のところへ来てパソコンを使ってネットで何かおもちゃを注文していたわよ。
おもちゃ？
抜け目なく履歴をクリアされちゃったから何を買ったのかまではわからないけれど大手のホビーショップのサイトを見ていたから、きっと何かおもちゃを買ったのね。
そういえば昨日ユージのところに着払いで荷物が届いてたっけ？あの時の伝票まだゴミ箱の中にあったかな？
イリスさんが心配なのはわかるけれど、他人の個人的な趣味に介入するのはあまり感心しないよね。
だって気になるじゃない？
まあ気持ちはわかるけれど。
お腹すいたのよさ。お昼ご飯まだ。
Hey, you're back, Makina.
噂をすれば2人とも帰ってきたじゃない。あれこれ悩むより本人たちに直接聞いたら？
教えてくれるかしら？
そこまでは私も責任持てないわ。頑張ってスオさん。
カレーの用意できてる？はいはい、あんたの注文通りお昼はカレーにしたわよ。エビフライもちゃんと揚げたから美味しいぞ。いやー、あまね最高。マキナ、なんかあんた泥だらけっていうか、あんた怪我してない？まあな。 パパに硬い棒でつっつかれたりしたしな。そらちょっと血ぐらい出るのよさ。
So aggressive.
ユージ、ちょっとユージ
Yes? Nothing to below, women. People might get the idea you are prone to hysterical overreaction.
ちょっとマキナ怪我してるじゃない。あんた何やってんのよ。
Yeah, she did get a few bumps and scratches out there. Nothing a stiff upper lip can't fix.
治るわけないでしょ。何したのよ。
ママ姉は大げさなのよさ。子供なんだからちょっとはしゃいで転べば怪我ぐらいするのよ。
あんた年齢的にはもう子供じゃないでしょうが。
Well, I admit that I could be a little more careful, but try to think of injuries like this as within the normal range of variation.
あまり温室育ちにするのも確かに良くないけど、破傷風とか敗血症になったら大変でしょ。
I did have a watch out with attack water, but you're right. Disinfection is important too. Sorry about that. 60 years has passed since the end of the war, but its impact still lingers. He says that those who live through the painful years are often overprotected towards their grandchildren. Many older Japanese endure miserable food shortage in their childhood. Many watch one friend dies for lack of basic treatment. Spurred by a fierce desire to protect their descendants from such misery, they stick perfectly well-fed little boys and girls extra treats on top of their school lunches, ultimately leaving them plump and spoiled. I can't let him go hungry. I can't let some trivial escape end up killing her. The sentiment is understandable, but the more you protect a human being, the weaker they become. Wow, such logic also. As an ambitious commissioner officer observed after returning alive from the south, sometimes the bite of winter is pleasant in its own way. And by the same token, occasionally experience the harness of the work and teacher's compassion, help a spirit find real strength.
ママ姉、おかわり。
いいけど、あんた最近よく食べるわね。なんかまた食欲中枢がおかしくなってるんじゃないでしょうね。
The girl's been working part-time and training with me lately, so it makes sense she work out an appetite. Pushing her body spurs the appetite. At the previous school, even I used to supplement the 3 meals a day we got in dorm using my own money. And among my classmates, there were guys who wolfed down 3 huge Swiss rolls from the convenience store and call it a light snack.
はい、マキナ、おかわり。
ういーす、ごっつぁんです。
But seriously, even the curry has pumpkin in it?
だから言ったでしょが、かぼちゃにはビタミンが豊富なのよ。炭水化物を効率的にエネルギーに変えるにはビタミン B1 が必須でしょ。
Huh, true enough, your nutritional wisdom continues to impress me, Amane.
でしょ。私が食事管理しているおかげで最近のマキナ少し下っ腹が引っ込んだのよ。
Don't be ridiculous, that clearly the result of the strength training we started recently.
筋トレ？運動嫌いのマキナが？
I despise a routine that is too onerous. She's most just repeated a few sets of static exercise that effectively work the muscle in a fairly short period of time.
なんだか知らないけど、私に隠れてこそこそと何やってんのかと思えば、そんなことしてたんだ。
Our main focus has been on strengthening the inner muscles, but we're gradually moving towards tightening the outer ones as well. That's probably why she's looking a little slimmer around the waist.
トレーニングはいいんだけどさ、なんか最近ユージと一緒に外で遊ぶようになってからマキナの生傷が絶えないのよね。あんたたち一体何して遊んでんのよ。
Kind of difficult to summarize actually.
なんかね、木登りしたり、地面の上を這い回ったり、馬跳びみたいなことしたり、かくれんぼしたり、
What?
なんか棒切れ振り回してみたり、そんなことして遊んでいるのよ。
何それ、なんか男の子のやりそうな遊びばっかり。
楽しいぞ。午後もパパと遊んでもらう約束してんのよさ。アマネもやる？
いや、私はいいわよ。さすがにこの年になってクソ暑い中ドロンコ遊びする気にはならないわ。
You really care your skin.
そうかい？そいつは残念な。ごちそうさまでした。
え？ちょっとマキナ、あんたもう食べ終わったの？
はい、美味しかった。さあパパ、遊び行こうぜ。
after you finish your lunch.
待ちなさいって。その前にお風呂入って着替えてから行きなさいよ。どうせすぐ汚れるのに。
Nice response, Makina.
いいからお風呂に入りなさい。汗臭いとパパに嫌われるわよ。ほんじゃパパ一緒に入る？
What?
パパは私と少しお話があります。あんたは一人で入ってきなさい。いい
？What's all this? Then she's went out of her way to drive on Makina's one-sided conversation, which makes me, well, she's probably angry.
さて、ユージはん、ちょいとお時間よろしおすか？
You want to have a sex right now? Yeah, I can do that. Why the Kyoto dialect?
どうでもよろし。ほな、そこにお座りやす。
I'm already sitting actually. On the tone of voice, I guess she might ask me to sit on my heels. As a precautionary measure, I split my posture.
で、
Sorry, what was that supposed to mean? Can you at least tell me what we are talking about?
私に隠れて何をしているの？正直に話せば怒らないわよ。
I'm not particularly hiding anything from it. It's just a usually Army Rangers game. Yup. Army Ranger game.
本当に？なんか変な遊びしてたりしないでしょうね。
What's this funny game supposed to be? No need to worry. We haven't done anything dangerous like rappling yet.
今、まだって言った？
Look, I'm being very cautious about his safety.
まあね。あんたが来る前のマキナはお人形相手にずっと一人で遊んでるような子だったし、それに比べれば体を使って遊ぶのは悪いことじゃないと思うけど、怪我だけには気をつけてよ。
Yeah, understood.
それとあんた、マキナになんか変なおもちゃ買ってあげたでしょ。
What are you talking about?
しらばっくれてもネタは上がってんのよ。榊さんにパソコン借りてネット通販でなんか買ったでしょ。これを見なさい。
I'm gonna toss out a small slip of paper in vaguely accusatory fashion. Sinking to the internet in the pit of my stomach, I recognized the receipt the delivery man did leave on my bubble wrap package the other day. Gee. これ、そこのゴミ箱から出てきたんだけど、8万円も出して何買ったのよ。Ah, right. I thought I could use an amateur violin, so.
嘘つきなさいよ。なんでバイオリンがあんな大きいケースに入ってるのよ。
You saw the case?
見たけど、鍵がかかってて開かないのよ。あれって中身は何なの？
A puppy. How can I explain this? I guess you could call it an educational toy Makina needs to develop her talent. Anyway, it's not too weird. You don't need to worry about it.
怪しいな。物は何なのよ。
I told you it's a puppy. I'm not going to tell you that.
教えられないようなものなの？
It's not anything I need to keep secrets and there are any legal issues here. I just don't think you understand right now. That's the only reason I'm not telling you. Until Makina's talent really flowers to the point where I decide the girl should actually pursue this going forward, I'm not going to let you interfere. Even if you catch up, I appreciate if you pretended otherwise.
一つ聞くけど、危ないことじゃないのね。
I guarantee that much.
じゃあいいわ。分かった。何も言わない。その代わり、怪我だけには気をつけてよ。
Understood.
あ、そうそう。それともう一つ聞きたいことが。
Which is?
これ見て。
What's this?
マキナの日記帳なんだけど、これにね、今日はパパと一緒にモギタンで遊んだって書いてあったんだけど、モギタンって何？
It's well, you know, I think that's the name of the pet.
絵を見ると、なんかピンク色した謎の小動物が書いてあるんだけど、これがモギタン？
Goodness, I can't tell the time it's Makina's abbreviation for training tanto. That's just not an option. The training tanto is a mock short sword without an edge. Having such is one of the most indispensable jungle warfare skills without risk of this empowerment. I've been teaching Makina bare-handed grappling techniques for a while now, and she started to get a decent feel for the basic. figuring it was time to add a little variety. I brought out the training tantos as an introduction to Jukendo, a required subject in my line of work.
それとやがて来るサバイバル。文明が崩壊し、国土の大半がジャングルと化した日本で生き残るのに必須なのが模擬単訓練なのよって書いてあるんだけど、どういう意味？
I thought that was a puppy. Cold sweat slowly trickles down from my armpits. Come on, Amane, you ever heard of Chante? From that kid shows on satellite TV, he's ridiculously popular these days.
そうなの？聞いたことないけど、本当に？
Of course, you know. Hey ho, it's me, Chan-chan. Listen up, boys and girls. While you get seated setting up your pitfalls traps, don't forget to smear out the sheets on the tiptoes of your bamboo spears. Ringing any bells now? Pretty famous line.
知らないわよ。っていうか、腐ったクソ？
Rotten shit. In other words, try to remind the boys and girls in front of the TV says that walls are worn through a steady accumulation of minor harassments. The little guy knows his stuff.
なによそれ。紛争地の少年ゲリラ向けの子供番組？
Well, my attempt to avoid Amane's red through spontaneous memory seems to have backfired somewhat. You may have noticed by now, but I'm really not much of a liar. In any case, don't worry about Makina. I personally raised her into a splendid lady capable of returning her life for any hellhole we drop her into.
それを言うなら、どこへ出しても恥ずかしくない立派なレディーでしょ？放り出してどうするのよ。
Well, anyway, that's how it is. Later.
こらユージ、話はまだ終わってないわよ。まったくもう。それにしても何を買ったのかしら。
Honestly, it's not like we are doing anything to be ashamed of. Keeping enough patient explanation on my part, I'm sure Manny will understand eventually. But where possible, it's best not to adverse this sort of skill. For one thing, the value of a trunk is inversely proportionate to the number of people aware of its existence. And while our current pursuit may have gained tentative social section has a kind spot, it's still strongly evocative of lateral weaponry. We have a serious image problem to overcome. Sort of like motorcycles in that respect, there is nagging, prejudice, assumption that a young person who gets one of these is going to end up using it for evil purposes. For that exact reason, I think it's necessary to demonstrate that Makina understands the rules and can follow their responsibility. If the really knows what she's doing, they have a much easier time convincing Amane. Carefully credit the long, heavy case we'll be using this afternoon away from Makina to finish her bath. What are you guys doing right now? Makina, what? It seems Amane started to notice our secret games. For now, let's play a little more stealthily.
なんで隠れるの？
Huh, you're really clueless, aren't you? Listen up, Makina. Playing is inherently more fun when you're doing it behind mommy's back.
おー、なるほど。なんか全然理由になってないけど、すげえ説得力な。
Alright then, we'll begin where we left off this morning. I will now present you with your rifle. Lord, you have to ignore this case to the glass and begin rolling the dice on the combinations lock. What? The lock clicks off as I slide the last digit. Couldn't forget this number if I wanted to. Don't tell me it's a gun! I swing off in the list and reveal the back of bombs with number of cuts out spaces to keep evaders compulsively evade the battle stash in the magazine. And only just start, and last but not least a technical sight that sets me back a good peer of that body of a rifle itself. You teach Makina how to use rifle? What the hell? Pulling this out with the case, I quickly snap the rifle together, leaving our only magazine untouched, taking the weapon carefully for as I stand before Makina and read out the number 8 on the right side of the barrel. Your rifle, serial number 112035. I forcibly thrust out the rifle towards Makina's chest and she received a similar vigor, repeating the serial numbers. This little ritual helps grind it into the thick heads of new recruits so that their rifles is an irreplaceable partner, while simultaneously encouraging a healthy sense of tension. Do you remember the dry fire practice we did this morning?
はあ、エレベーションノブの上に置いたパチンコ玉を落とさないように引き金を引くやつ？
Right, that one.
あれってすんげえ腕がだるくなるのよ。
I'm aware. Back in the old days, I had to do that until my arms were about ready to fall over and cut out to 2 separate pinballs eventually. It's another form of isometrics, you know, these strong muscles of your pedals end up shaking. It's not much of a factor with an air rifle like this, but when you're shooting with a real cut and live ammunition, Your body tends to unconsciously brace itself against the noise and recoil, and you end up pulling the trigger much harder than you intended, sometimes badly throwing off your aim. The exercise in question is aimed specifically at preventing that problem. Alright, this time we start with blinking. You are free to fire the paper target I set out 25 meters ahead on our position. Start off by zeroing the rifle.
ゼロイン
In other words, fire test rounds and adjust your scope based on the impact. We did it this morning as well, remember? But once you have detected the sight, there's always going to be a slight shift the next time you put it back on. Also, even changes in the temperature and atmospheric humidity can shift the points of impact by a few centimeters. When you have the chance, zeroing should always be your first order of business. Good! I've now provisioned your ammo. For now, you'll be using 6mm .2 biodegradable pellets, 9 rounds in total. Use the first 3 to adjust your scope, the next 3 to aim for the center, and the last 3 to confirm the shot. Also, you are going to be shooting with a bipod in a fully prone position.
せっかくお風呂入って着替えたのにまた泥んこなの
Not to worry, I brought a mat this time. I unrolled the foam that I've been carrying behind the rifle case on the top ground, then add a self-inflatable mattress on top, flipping open the intact bulb. See, a bit more comfortable than the ground, and your clothes won't get dirty.
ああ用意がいいのよさ
Not sure if this is much of a bonus, but I also brought along some camo netting I ordered online. With all this, we could pull off a full-scale ambush if we wanted to.
理想もああギリースーツなゲームの中で狙撃兵がこんなの着てたのよさすげえかっこいいこれ本物
It's a replica made for outdoor sports, but this one's pretty damn well made. You can strap it over your head, wrap it around your rifle, or both. A truly helpful purchase. I could help buy one for myself while I'm at it.
いいねいいねなんかこういうのワクワクしてくるのよ
Camouflage is extremely useful stuff. If you use local vegetations to obscure the outline of your body, even pros will have a hard time spotting you. The trick is to be careful when you're knotting the leaves together. Make sure none of them get flipped around and don't use so much that it seems unnatural.
よっしゃやろう早速やろう
Huh? You really do love this stuff, don't you? Surprisingly, Makina displays a fierce interest in rifles, probably developed an interest through bits of trivia she picked up from those video games of her. According to the testimony of Grisaia, her primary playmate, Makina-chan absolutely adores those bang shot things up at FPS games. Joy should die and get chuckle with joy as she plays. Distressed by this apparently manifestation of the virtual generation's Mashi's got tendency to trivialize the taking of human life, I pondered this situation at sunlight. Ultimately decided that rather than ducking the issues here, my duty was to trigger just how serious pulling a trigger really is. Having reached that conclusion, I went all out and ordered a realistic air rifle. Just as with the bicycle, my brother goal is to raise her into a responsible person. Wants to treat any tools positively, the ability to cause harm with the very respect it deserves.
パパ
Why did the music just stop? Why did the music just stop? What's up? Oh, okay.
Yui.
It's picking hot. Wow, okay. Let's look at two of them. Somehow this is more different from the previous three bros. Yeah. This is only like chill life right now. I don't see any backdraft of the story later. I don't see any signs of flashback yet. Top it up, 80% of the sniper's joy is to endure discomfort. Let's begin with one shot at that paper target. Stand by.
射撃よーいよーし
As they accelerate things out of the air in her lungs, Makina starts really altogether holding her aim steadily. And then 4 seconds tick by, they quietly shoot the order she's waiting for. Good day. As soon as the word leaves my mouth, there's the soft sound of an idly muffled shot and a round white pellet sits in the diamond passes past my spotter scoop. Maybe a second or two after Makina pulled the trigger, the BB impacts on the edge of the paper target. Corrections, up 1 clip, left 2 clip.
アップ1レフト2クリア
Second shots, prepare to fire.
射撃よーいよーし
Fire! The pellet launched into a powerful bat speed by the rifle's pop-out system, traces a lazy parabola through the air and strikes the target. Another miss, the wind stronger than I thought. Let's try changing ammunition. The 0.5 pellets will probably do better. Remove your magazine, pull back the bolt, and stick your fingers into the chamber to make sure it's empty.
指入んないぜ。
Then visual confirmation is fine. Peer into the ball from the side of the board. If you see light, we're fine.
チェンバー内残弾なし。
Alright then, we'll switch it to 0.25 gram biodegradable pellets. Install magazine.
弾倉装着よーし。
Send the first round into the chamber.
手段装填よーし。
This time we're going to change our target based on the direction of the wind. Look to the right and upgrade on that bank.
何あれ、紙コップ？
Your target is a cup filled with clear blue water. If you make the shot, you start squirming out all over the place. Good stuff, right?
うっす、絶対ぶち当てる。
Prepare to fire.
射撃よーよーし。
Good day. The BB hops out of the barrels like a stun cat, snapping cleanly into the paper cut 25 meters away. Hit, well done. Fire 3 more as you are to confirm the shot.
了解。3発連続の。あれ？
Nani? What's wrong?
班長、電池内に人が。
Say what? I really want to look to the right. Uh-oh. You may go chance outside. Sure enough, Sakaki was standing a few meters away from the bench with the paper clutches tight into her chest, staring at the paper cuts with a terrified expression. Shit, Sakaki out there.
もう手に持ってるのよさ。きっとベンチに座って午後の読書としゃれ込もうとしていたら、突然紙コップが青い水を流し始めたからビビってんのよさ。
Makina, we are suspending at this for the moment. Safety on.
了解。安全装置よーし。
After confirming that Makina's engaged the safety properly, I double check the ratio of the port handle and triggers are firmly locked. Then pick out the transition megaphone line at my side, bring it to my mouth, turn on the switch. Why, Sakaki? What the hell do you think you're doing out there, women?
ユミちゃん泣きそうな顔してキョロキョロしてる。
Chris. Well, no, Sakaki's was active. She was just innocently trying to read the book in the shady where the nearby car this sparked a leak. And just as she was cringing in the surprise at the mysterious phenomenon, a decent older boy started to be angry at her from the bushes. I suppose bursting into tears will be that unreasonable reaction.
ねえ、撃っちゃっていい？
No! What are you talking about, Makina? Don't shoot her! No, I'm going to talk to Sakaki for a moment. Alright, you're on standby here. You're absolutely no fire until I give go ahead. Okay, Dad?
レンジャー。
Leaving myself out of the air, I decided to take off my camouflage net. I push out and watch our stupid interloper with a snowball powerful kick. Hey there, Sakaki, tell me, what is your major malfunction? Did you miss the red flags? Please explain why you're wandering onto the range in the middle of a shooting session. Right now, I'm leaning towards you being an idiot. Probably my best veteran dress sergeant wrong. Sakaki flinches, stiffens to defensive posture.
バカとは。
Are you blind, woman? I jab our index finger towards the gate post that marks entrance to the courtyard where two conspicuous red flags are signaled in the afternoon breeze. When the red flags are out, it means you keep out and even outside the perimeters. Sudden action that might lead to an accident are forbidden. Just how clueless are you?
そんなこと知るわけないでしょ。あなた何をやっているの？
Like I said, shooting practice. Do you ears not work either?
射撃訓練？
Before I can respond, Makina's voice rings out through my earphone.
ねえパパ、ユミちゃんが手に持ってる本、侍の右腕って本、面白そう。読み終わったら貸してって言っておいて。
Oi, don't talk to me! The samurai right arm. I glance at the paper where it's Sakaki said it does in fact bear that little. Looking over my shoulder, what Makina was the distance between us seems to be a good street anyway. She's usually read this time lenses from over there. The scoop's good, but it's not that good. Incidentally, Sakaki, Makina wants to know if you will read her that book when you finish reading it.
イリスさんもいるの？
Yeah, she is the bushes over there. Can you see her?
どこにいるって？
Can't make her out. I guess that's how it is. I know exactly where the girl is, but it's still a struggle to pick her out. But it's only a bit of camouflage. But if I do say so myself.
だいたいこんなところで射撃訓練って学園長の許可は取ってあるの？
Of course, I went to her first. I plan to apply for the establishment for my official club eventually.
射撃部？
An air rifle club.
そう。
You seem a little nonplussed, my friend. In that case, let me provide you with a first-hand demonstration. Let's drop back a bit, alright? I want 30 meters target minimum between you and that target.
別に興味ないのだけれ
Won't take long, come on. After confirming that Sakaki withdraw behind me, I tapped on the two-way radio PTTT switch on my wrist. Makina, release the Seki, you have permission to fire.
撃っていいの？ユミちゃん？
No, I wouldn't say that your target. Aim for the first cut from the left, alright? I'll issue you timing from here. Okay, Sakaki, watch that cut. 20 meters ahead of us. I press Sakaki a pair of binocular point up, coming the question once again, hold down the PTT button for my rider. Ready? Put there. Maybe 2 seconds after my order, loop is wrapped up. About a second later, the player strikes off, dead center on the leftmost cup.
当たった。
Good, well done, Makina.
今のイリスさんが
That's right. Pretty decent skills, don't you think?
というかどこから撃ったの？
What? We practiced on the top of her and you still haven't noticed?
近くにいるの？
Alright, Makina, that's enough for now. Remove the magazine. Go for the camouflage empty. In case you take it, take off your camouflage.
了解。
A few seconds after the end of the transmission, as Sakaki looks around the air, there's never a cloud of bushes 2 or 3 meters behind us. Ghostly nosy. Makina slowly gets to the face, still caught in a guidance suit. Calm yourself, Sakaki. Makina, lose the cam while you get that pin off.
ちょっと待ってね。
The girl throws out her camouflage net and then retrieves a wet wipe from the pouch around her waist and begins to vigorously scratch her face.
お待たせなのよ。
Hi, Yumi-chan.
イリスさん、あなた一体何を？
だから射撃訓練だっつってんだろ。どうよ、ビビった？
そりゃ背後で急に草の塊が起き上がったら誰だって驚くわよ。
Well, it's your fault, Yumiko, for coming here in the first place.
もうそうじゃなくてな。射撃の腕に驚いて欲しかったんだけどな。
ええ、それはもちろん驚いたけれど。なるほど。先日私のパソコンを使って買ったのはこれなの？
Well, yeah.
最近のおもちゃってすごいのね。こんな距離であんなに小さな的に当てるなんて。
Don't underestimate the toy. We're gonna end the shooting session episode here. Thank you for watching my video. My video is just for fun. Don't take heart, brothers and sisters. Okay? Magic word time. Adios e famosa. Boom.